My name is Ray DelGreco. I'm a lieutenant with the Albuquerque Police Department Violent Crime Section. I'm responsible for the Homicide Unit, Multi-Agency Task Force, Armed Robbery, and Cold Case. So today, July 24th, 2022, at approximately 8:30 in the morning, residents in the neighborhood behind me in the area of Morningside and Comanche phoned APD dispatch stating that a male had broken into their house. The residents of that home ended up noticing the male was inside of their house going through their belongings. That male ended up taking some car keys for the residents of the home, tried to steal their vehicle. The residents were able to get the male out of their home, and the male walked in a westerly direction in the neighborhood behind me, and then he entered a second home in the neighborhood behind me here at Comanche and Morningside. The residents of that home confronted the male. During that confrontation, one round was fired in the home, and the male who ended up breaking into the house is now deceased. So at this time, the Violent Crime Section is behind us, conducting a warrant on the home, processing the scenes for evidence, and we're going to interview, again, all of the individuals involved to determine what actually occurred here.
The way I'm understanding it, he broke into one house, they chased him out, he walked away, broke into another house, that homeowner shot him.
That's correct. It seems to be, it appears to be at this point a home invasion that the homeowners ended up utilizing a firearm to shoot and kill one individual.
Or any kind of relationship between the homeowners and the defendant of the building.
That's what we're investigating at this point in time, but it doesn't appear so from our preliminary investigation.
And I don't know if you know this just yet, but do we know if that gun was registered up?
Haven't even got into the home yet, so how it'll work, we'll write a search warrant for the residents. Once we get inside of the home, we'll be able to process the individual that's inside that's deceased, and then we'll locate the firearm. From the officers who responded, they were able to notice a firearm that was in one of the rooms of the house, and once we're able to process that, then we'll have more information on where the firearm came from.
So we don't know if it was, a conversation led to the homeowner getting the gun from the...
No, we don't know that. We don't know those details yet. So.
The home invasions like this, what should people do? I know you have the one that called APD, but if you have this what would you want?
Sure. I mean, obviously, the first call should be to 911 and notify police dispatch the severity of what's going on. There's an individual who's inside of the home who's possibly armed, and then obviously, people in this community have the right to defend themselves. So we are here to investigate what actually occurred. But if it's all said and done, and that's what's necessary to protect yourself and your loved ones, then that should be the last resort.
My understanding, they weren't able to steal that car, right?
No, the attempt was made, but there was some environmental issues that were at play that prevented the individual from actually stealing the vehicle, and that's what forced him to flee on foot. And the individual, that's when he ended up breaking into the second home.
I know typically, this is obviously a brand new investigation. Typically, do homeowners get charged for shooting and killing people who break into their house?
So typically, how it'll work and how it always works is we will conduct the investigation, conduct interviews of the individuals on scene to include the individual who shot the firearm, and then we will consult with the district attorney's office to determine what charges, if any, are applicable for the situation. So we're not close to being able to determine who or if anyone will be charged in this incident or not.
I know I did see one person, not really in handcuffs, but kind of doing investigation that started. Is that kind of there's protocol?
Yes.
You just kind of detain them and then tell them for their investigation.
Yeah. So basically, just because the home was the area where possible crimes may have occurred, and that is the area where the warrant is going to be served for the crimes, we remove the individuals from the home so none of that evidence can be tampered with.